Hey guys, you're here with Death by Rage Quit. We're going to talk about Talon today. Here with my official co-host, Kevin. You guys know both of us from some of the previous podcasts. Actually, everybody here has been on one, but let's see. How do we want to start this?
Well, the champion of the week is Talon!
Yay, Talon! All right, so let's just get straight into it, I guess, then. All right, pros. What did you guys like about him?
Talon, he's really good at cleaning up.
Yes, he is.
I like that. He's also, depending on how he uses his abilities, he can be really good at instigating the battle, too.
That is true.
Yeah.
I didn't have really many pros for him because I think he was just too squishy. Too easily killed for my liking.
You said early game, though, right? What did you think about him late game?
Late game, he has more survivability because of his ult, because of the very short cooldown on it. So he could just disappear if need be.
Cool.
But actually, 1v1ing, I don't think he'd be good.
No.
No.
Really?
Point of the game.
Unless he's 1v1ing another assassin.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is true.
He has pretty good farming ability, too, right?
Yes, he does. His rake, his W, that can nearly two-shot a minion at late game. Early game, it takes him about half health.
Cool.
If you're lucky.
Cool. So pretty good for farming. Kind of a little bit weak.
Yeah.
So, what are some other cons that maybe you guys have with him?
Mm-hmm.
Anything other than him being weak? Did you guys find anything else that you were like, this is something I didn't like about him?
Just depends on who he's paired up with.
Yeah.
Because as we all know, there are some champions who do really badly with other champions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also uses a lot of mana.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then again, a lot of assassins do use a lot of mana.
I know. I mean, just farming, he uses almost too much mana to me.
Well, is there a champion that you guys think that he's a tough matchup for? Like, if you're going as
Evelyn.
I could see maybe weak champions, maybe a little bit lighter champions, kind of like him, because he can pump out the damage, right?
Yeah.
So
he has strengths against Evelyn and also weaknesses. His weakness is Evelyn's passive invis. But his strengths is he probably has a higher can't talk.
it's all right.
He probably has a higher damage output than her.
Yeah.
Because her main damage dealer is her E,
Yeah.
which is I think her Fury. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
I just know that's the main damage dealer. I'm only coming from a perspective of going against Talon.
Right. Me too.
Not me.
Co-host is on his game every week.
And if he can stay his distance, then he is great against her.
Yeah,
Right.
plus also he can silence with his E.
Oh yeah, I hate that.
I think that's maybe why we see him mid quite a bit, because he
Yeah.
can pump out enough damage, but he's great against weaker champions, which tends to be like Vaegr maybe, or a lot of those types
Squishies.
of champions
Yeah.
will go mid. So
Yeah. I would say Heimerdinger as well.
yeah. What
He's
about
kinda
Katarina?
Cat,
I'd say it'd be a pretty even match.
I would say even.
Yeah.
Because both of them can't get
Kind
up.
of similar play styles. They
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
close
Both
the
of them
gap
can't
quickly,
really-
do a lot of damage, get back out.
Both of them can't really do much early game.
Yeah, they're just there early game.
Yeah.
Just, hey guys, I'm standing around killing
That was your
minions. That's late game.
All right. So, all right. I'm going in. First match I've ever played with Talon. Whenever I'm going to get my abilities, what do I go for first?
I would go with his rake first. That's his farming ability.
Okay. So, level up your reg first,
Yeah.
all the way.
Not all the way. I would get it. I would actually max out your Noxian Diplomacy or your Q first, but definitely for first ability get rake because the farming is nice with it. Plus it's slow.
So Noxian Diplomacy, you mainly use that for the attacking champion versus champion, but reg is pretty much your farming.
Yeah, and also you can use your Noxian Diplomacy on turrets as well.
Okay.
So you can do a yeah.
I didn't know that.
I found out on accident. I accidentally hit my Q and it hit. I was like, oh, sweet. That's an extra hit. I use that every 3 seconds.
Sorry, I only know a few champions that can hit a turret with abilities.
I know, there's not
Yeah.
many.
There's Leona and Nidalee whenever she gets her cougar form.
And there's Rengar with his Q. And then
That's really all I know.
Talon with his Q.
I think Mundo can too because he can increase his attack damage.
You know what's funny?
Yeah, I've
You
seen
know what's
his
funny?
attack
Most of them, their Q is what deals the damage.
Jax's W is his damage.
So he
W.
can hit a turret too.
He can hit turrets.
That's nice.
Yeah, cool.
All right. Nice little
Okay,
detour.
Yeah.
we learned something today.
Hey, knowledge!
Knowledge is power. No.
All right, so as far as abilities go, what'd you guys go in the ability tree with Talon? Is he an AD champion?
He's an AD champion.
AD champion. Okay.
So
Yeah.
build him like Riven.
Build him more like, I would say Rengar actually. More just all attack damage.
Yeah.
Bloodthirster, Phantom Dancer, Black Cleaver.
What about attack speed?
Attack speed, that Phantom Dancer is good enough for him. I never really went for attack speed. I should have, but I never did, which was my biggest mistake on a lot of times. But mainly just that attack damage will take him out.
Cool.
Maybe even a Ravenous Hydra, just for that little AoE ability.
Yeah. I want to make sure I get Daryl in here. He said that he's also a good pusher, so I could
Yeah.
see that with his farming ability.
Yeah.
His push lanes really quick.
Yeah, he can.
Unlike Fiddlesticks or some other champions that we've played before,
Fiddles.
just seems like it takes forever to get over to their turret, even
Yeah.
if you kill the opposing
champions.
champion. Yeah.
Yeah, by the time you get to the turn, hey, looky, there's the champion. Now I have to run back.
All right.
Unless you
So,
play extremely aggressive like me and Kevin.
Oh, we're too aggressive.
and I think that's where Talon will probably excel. That's where I've seen him excel in matches.
Yeah.
You got to be pretty aggressive with him, and you got to be willing to jump lanes and go help your team out.
Yeah,
You know,
you'd be
so-
even willing to take the death if
Right.
need be.
Right.
With a lot of champions, you can't really be that aggressive until you get Q, W, and E.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically level 3, then you can start getting aggressive. But that can also be your downfall, as me and Kevin have multiply shown.
Yeah.
Well, we think that we can kill an enemy, so we turret dive.
And then die.
We might get it, but we both will die in the end. So it's not a good outcome.
Yep, you just killed the podcast.
Yay, podcast killing.
Yeah, we turret dive. Yep.
Yeah, we turret dive. We do it all the time.
Yeah, everybody's gonna rage quit now.
Yep, just DeathByRageQuit.
Yeah.
No, with Talon, you can actually start aggressive at level 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Once you get the Noxian and the Rake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could
you're
could
just like,
even
"Hi,
do it at
guys."
level 1. You could start poking at level 1 if you
Yeah.
really wanted to. If you want to be that aggressive.
Yeah, I've seen him be pretty aggressive, and I think that works to his advantage a lot of times.
Oh, it does.
All right, let's look at some other champions that we're going against here. Role play a little bit. If you guys are going up against Leona, what do you do?
Leona, I would have to say strategically, like hide in bush, poke her until her health gets down to a decent
Yeah.
amount, and then you can come in and start attacking.
Yeah, I think you got to make her use her shield.
Because
Yeah.
she's a tank.
Right.
Yeah, I would say once she uses her shield, I would instigate with his W.
Okay.
Then, as she's slow, she's running towards you. She's going to use her little sword come at you. I'm going to stand behind you now and use your cutthroat, your E, to do it before her, and then use your Noxian diplomacy to knock out that damage. And then, when she's almost dead and starts running away, just use your ult.
Okay. Anybody else have anything different or to add to that?
I will say this about Leona, since I have played her. Be careful. She does get items that will give her extra armor and extra movement speed. That's all I have to say. If you're going to play Talon, be careful of Leona
Yeah.
and her
Yeah.
items.
Okay. What about Evelyn? We kind of talked a little bit about Evelyn.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, it would be a rather good matchup even, I would say actually initiate with your E, which will silence her, and then your Q, and then W, and then R.
Yeah, because there's no getting rid of her Q.
Yeah.
It's a half a second cooldown.
She's pretty much a champion you don't want to be trying to chase, right? You just,
Yeah.
if she
Do
runs
not
away,
chase.
don't chase.
Unless you're
You know.
Warwick. With
Right.
Warwick, you can chase because it doesn't matter.
With Warwick, you can chase because he can slice and.
This is not about Warwick.
Yeah, this isn't about Evelyn or Warwick. Sorry, we are getting off topic.
Off topic.
Next champion. Who are we talking about?
All right, Pantheon.
Pantheon.
Pretty tanky.
Very
He can
tanky.
close the gap pretty quick with a little leap ability thing.
And he can dish out the damage quite
Also,
well,
every 4 spells he has a blocking ability.
which is very annoying.
I
think
would
this-
have to say, same tactic as Leona.
Yeah. I would
Poke
agree.
him until he's at a reasonable amount of health.
Yeah. Noxion Diplomacy, that's a close range. That's melee, right?
Yeah, it's melee.
So I would probably use as Rake or something, that distance ability, and
Yeah.
try and keep your distance as long as you can with Pantheon, because I don't think you're going to
You won't
out
win.
melee.
You won't win in a melee fight.
So, yeah, keep your distance if you can against those types of champions. Anything else you'd like to add? Final thoughts. Let's go with the overall rating. We totally missed that. So,
Overall rating, because I am coming from only fighting him, I'm gonna go with 6.
6. Not very high. Okay.
What do you say?
I'd give him a 6 as well.
See, I went in with a 7 or an 8 because I kind of liked him. I
Yeah.
like the aggressiveness on him.
I've seen people who probably really familiar with him. It probably takes a while to learn him, but if you really learn him, he's pretty deadly. I've seen people
yeah.
do really well with him, but I've seen people do terrible with him too.
Yeah.
So if you're going to play him, then I encourage you to stick with him for a while, because he's probably not a champion you're going to learn how to play with overnight. So.
He's not a face roll champion.
No,
Right.
he's not a face roll champion.
Yeah.
And also, you have if you're normally playing more of like a support type player or more of a tank, you're going to have to completely forget everything you know about doing
Yeah.
League, and then start learning aggressive. That's the only way you can really play him.
Aren't
Okay.
tanks usually aggressive?
Tanks are usually more standoffish, unless a team fight.
Until you
comes in.
initiate, yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to initiate the battle, the tank is going, meat shield, take me down.
Yeah, pretty much. Tank's like, I'm here, shoot me, let my enemies get...
Waste your abilities on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasting
Yeah.
abilities. I'm Mundo.
Yeah.
According to Michael, though, he has seen a tank Talon before.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I could see that. I wouldn't suggest it. I can see it.
I mean, I've seen a high health Talon before, but he also had the AP to back it up.
I think it possibly
Or not
depends on
maybe.
what lane you're going. You know, if you're going top lane, generally you have a tankier champion. So, but mid champion, I don't think
Yeah.
you'd want to, because you need that lane to be one of your damage dealing champions. So, yeah, I don't. It would depend on the team.
I'm not
team
really sure.
makeup.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, hopefully that helps you guys out. Let us know what you guys think about our podcast. We'd like some feedback on what we're doing, how we can improve things, and we're learning as we go. So yeah, I thank you guys for watching.